Hi everybody, it's Sandy from Avalon's Grove, and today we're going to talk about roses. It's almost Samhain, and rose has a really long history with the dead. So lots of places have roses growing around them or planted around them, and cemeteries are one of them. And one of the reasons is that roses keep the dead either in or keep them out, depending on how they're set up. But they're a barrier. So roses attract the living and repel the dead, is the way that it's said. Ooh, I'm a poet. So yeah, we've got these great rose bushes all around my property, and I'm going to make a charm today that is a ward for ghosts. And we're going to use the beautiful rose bush here. So this is the wild rose that I'm from Alberta, and the Alberta wild rose is our provincial flower. And so we use this in this charm. And it's got this beautiful red color and great thorns. And down here we've got the amazing rose hips. And they can be used in all sorts of charm work and stuff too. The charm we're going to do, sorry about my roosters. I live on a farm, so you're going to hear all sorts of animals. So roses are like a protection ward when it comes to the dead. And this is what we're going to focus on with this charm today. Of course, with incense, you can use this in all sorts of beautiful incense as well. The dried rose hips themselves, you can use the leaves, you can use the twigs, you can use, when it's in bloom, the flowers, obviously. Those are a really coveted one. They're used in all sorts of beautiful magic. But we're going to focus on the ghosty part of this today. So with Samhain coming, I know a lot of people are worried about the wandering dead. And this is a charm that can be put up in the house just during this time of year, or you can put it up and keep it up all year round. So with me, I make this charm when I move into a new house, and it stays up until I move out. And then I dispose of that, and then I make a new one when I move again. So that's how I do it. So we're going to go inside, and I'm going to teach you how to make this charm. I'm going to show you how to make this ghost ward. So it is made with rose branches with thorns on as its main correspondent, and red thread, or red wire in this case, and a bell, which is optional because they can be made without, but I like the bell too for the extra jingle because the sound of a bell helps to ward ghosts away. So red is one of the colors that the dead can see, and roses repel the dead. So this is a super simple charm. It's very folkish, and it's fairly easy to make. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that today. And so let's get started. Rose branches with thorns on them. And I harvested these ones a while back, so they've lost a tiny bit of their red color, but usually they maintain that nice, beautiful brown. And I just cut them a basic length and then I harvested them, and now I'm going to just trim them down. So I want 3 pieces of roughly equal length. It doesn't really, this part is not really measured. So I'm going to cut these into roughly 3 equal lengths. And be very careful because you're going to get poked. This is a charm that takes its price as you're making it in blood always, which is okay. So then once you have your 3 rose branches, then you're going to measure out your thread. I found this at the dollar store, and basically it's just wire with jute over it that's been dyed. And I really liked the idea. So I bought it and used it to make this one, and it worked wonderfully. Usually I use thread or embroidery thread in this case, or wool from like for knitting. So the measurement, basically you go around your middle finger and then to the crook of your arm is your measurement. And so you're gonna snip that off. And then you make your top loop just around your finger. And this is just so that you can hang it. And then you're going to tie it on. And every time you tie with this one here, you want to do it with 3 times. So 3 is your major number correspondent for this charm. Oh, you can tell that I'm a little nervous doing this on YouTube. So you're going to tie this thread with a loop at the top so that you can hang it up. And for every time you tie knots in this charm, it's going to be done 3 times. 3 is your major number correspondent for this one. So we're going to tie 3 knots in here to start our loop. And then we are going to measure out using your body. So we use 3 fingers, and that's the spacing that we use between the branches. So that's 3 knots. And we're going to lay this out, and we're going to go 3 fingers down, and this is roughly where I'm going to put my first one. And then I'm going to tie that on 3 times. And the chant that goes with this one is thorn of rose and thread of red, protect all within from the wandering dead. And I'm going to repeat that chant every time I tie one of these sticks onto our thread. Thorn of rose and thread of red, protect all within from the wandering dead. And it can get tricky because the thorns on your sticks are going to want to stick to everything that they touch. And that is one of the reasons that they do the job they do. So it's kind of like a dream catcher catching bad dreams. All those thorns on these sticks prevent or ensnare the wandering dead from coming into your home. So with this charm, you can make enough to hang in every window and door in your home, or you can just hang it at your back door and front door, or just at your front door. That's up to your discretion. Thorn of rose and thread of red, protect all within from the wandering dead. So 3, 3, 3. Then at the end of our charm, we can attach a bell. So bells, all that ringing of a bell helps to protect a space and dispel spirits as well. So you can finish this one off with a bell if you want to. Again, like I said, I've made them both ways, so it doesn't really matter. It's at your personal discretion. And then once we have this bell on here, which I do not have my glasses on and I'm having a hard time threading this, then we tie that on 3 times and this charm is finished. I can't get that through right now. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that is a traditional ghost warding charm using bioregional ingredients from my beautiful home here at Avalon's Grove. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a blessed Samhain.